Ish. It would have been on time had somebody not kept talking over me. Hello. Doing well, yes.
Skip over the housekeeping because it's too important of a week. Halo. It's back. It's back. Who else has played some Halo?
Hang on, wait. How did your download go? More importantly,
fucking rapid. Yeah. Rapid. So surprised. I was in the hotel. Obviously, normally it's like 1,000 kilobytes a second or whatever. Fucking shocking.
This one,
it went up to like 50 megs, whatever it is, megabytes, megabits. I think the Halo gods shine down upon.
That's better than Dan's.
It's absolutely flying down. It only took an hour to download, and then brilliant. So thank you very much, Halo gods, for sorting out the broadband for one night. Hopefully, it will last
for one night.
For one only.
Yes. Anyway, so has anyone else played it?
No, not yet. No, sorry.
Not got around to that yet.
I'm waiting for Daniel tomorrow.
I have.
I know Daniel has. Daniel, give us your thoughts before I wax lyrical about it.
It's Halo.
Cool. Thank you very much. Right.
Yeah, and he's done. Out. No, it's smooth. It feels good. Ooh. Yeah, it's smooth. Feels good. I've got a little bit of issues with some of the back end stuff. The progression of the battle pass, not keen on that, and I feel it takes far too long to load from a game into just like the menu system from the game into your match. That just feels a bit lengthy, or that might just be me.
So what is your issue with the battle pass? Because I've seen in one of your other chats that you had a bit of grievances with it.
It takes bloody ages. It feels like, so they've got a daily, weekly. So if you just play the game as normal, the only way to progress your battle pass is by doing the challenges, which is like play a game or do a certain kill type, play a certain match, grab the flag and, capture it for your team, etc., etc. It just feels other battle passes like Apex, like Fortnite, it progresses quicker. This one doesn't feel like it progresses as quick. It feels like all you've got to do is the challenges and you progress your battle pass. So essentially you could be the worst player in the world, but as long as you're hitting the weekly or daily challenges, that's it, it's done and dusted. So yes, it caters to someone not being very good like me. However, someone like me who doesn't take too much time and sense over those challenges, it feels like it takes forever.
Is that?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of backlash, wasn't there, across the wider internet about the speed of the battle pass.
I have seen a few things where folk were like complaining, but did they not say that they were planning on looking at it and like jigging it a wee bit so that it made it a little bit more accessible to everybody?
Yeah, so we've kind of skipped ahead here, but obviously Halo got surprise launched, as I didn't think it would do, but you all seem to think it would do on Monday with the anniversary. We'll talk about the stream a little bit, and it's still in beta until December 8th, and that's what they're sort of using as an excuse, shall I say. It's still in beta. So Sketch on Twitter, he said, thank you to everyone who's jumped into the beta so far. The team is looking at the battle pass progression and gathering data from yesterday's sessions or from previous sessions, and we'll share updates as we have them. And then there's a link you can go on his Twitter to share your feedback and stuff. But I think the main thing, as Dan was saying, although you can do the challenges and progress, those challenges are fucking rock hard. So I was listening to a show earlier on, and it was something like one of the challenges you had to do was destroy a Banshee in a multiplayer match, obviously multiplayer match, but only certain maps have Banshees on, and they only spawn some of the time because other times it'll be different vehicles. And then you've got to get lucky enough to actually find someone on the opposite team in the Banshee and be able to kill it without them killing you. And it's just it's a lot of steps to complete that one task. Whereas something like you said, Fortnite or something, it's kill 100 people or run a mile or something really simple.
Well, yeah, but also that's in your potential ability control. Yeah. Perfect. Exactly, yeah. It's in your potential control.
You're not dependent on somebody else. Yeah.
Or RNG to go. You've got to spawn the correct map with the correct vehicle with the correct
and be in the right place at the right time to destroy it. Before someone else destroys it or before someone else on your team grabs it or something like that.
Yeah.
So they're going to look at stuff like that. They've added play one game challenges because there wasn't even that. So the only way to get XP is to fill these challenges. So even if you played a game and you were top of the leaderboard, got 30 kills, smashing it out, if you didn't hit any of those challenges, you didn't get anything for it towards the battle pass. So they've added that, and they're going to look at adding extra bits and pieces in for getting kills and stuff, I imagine as well. I very nearly bought the battle pass, but then I realized it's just cosmetic rubbish, and as I scrolled through it, it's all pretty boring.
How much is the battle pass?
The basic one I think is £8. Yeah, but you can go for the premium one, which I think was about 20 quid.
I've read somewhere that you can buy levels as well.
Oh yeah, no!
If you go for the premium one, it gives you 25 levels.
But I thought you can buy levels after.
Yeah, I think you can buy them. I don't know how much they are, but
I think that's a little bit like Apex though as well. You can buy levels, can't you?
Yeah,
you can jump a thing.
So as long as you've got a couple hundred quid for free, you're like, oh, why not buy with levels?
Yeah, I mean it's a free to play game, but that's probably as you were saying, my biggest issue at the minute is obviously the free to play aspects of it, trying to nickel and dime people into paying money for shit that you don't really need.
Yeah, I mean, I've bought the battle pass. The interesting thing is, I bought the normal one, and then thought, oh, do you know what? I'll buy the premium one. And you can't step up once you bought the normal battle pass. You can't get the premium battle pass.
Okay, so you don't know you upgrade by paying X amount extra.
Yeah, but it was literally as I bought it, and then I was like, oh, actually, do you know what? I should buy the premium one, because I realised how long it took me to level up. Yeah, and you can't do that, or I haven't seen. It hasn't been clear enough to say where it is.
Yeah.
But on that battle pass as well, the interesting thing is it only takes you, instead of like level 1 being 10 XP and then level 2 is 20, so on and so forth. It's always, I think, 1,000 XP for each level.
Okay.
So
So it doesn't
makes
get
it
more harder the further along you get.
makes it a little bit more manageable.
Yeah.
But obviously, you've got to hit those things that
Yeah,
we've
you've got to get the XP in the
previously,
first place. Yeah.
previously
Anyway,
mentioned.
we started off on a bit of a downer, really, talking about the battle pass.
No,
Like I said, however, gameplay wise, fuck me, what a game! It's back.
Is it that good? Yeah.
It's honestly, it's the best one since I would say 2. 3 was
No.
good,
Wow.
2 was peak.
but yeah, the best one since 2. It feels like 2. It looks, like you sort of remember stuff in your mind's eye as it looking a lot better. Playing Halo Infinite, it looks like I remember Halo 2 looking at the time. Obviously, it looks a damn sight better than Halo 2, but and yeah, just the feel of the weapons and the maps and the movement. They've added some sort of quality of life modern features like sprinting, mantling, various bits and pieces like that. But yeah, it's just classic Halo through and through, and I'm fucking loving it. Yeah, what a fantastic multiplayer game. I've only played, I think the quick play 4v4 matches mostly. I've done a couple of big team battles, but they're obviously better with a big group of friends rather than solo randoms that fucking hog all the weapons and the vehicles and stuff. And
Don't look after you.
yeah, and I tried a rank game earlier on, which starts you off with no radar and a battle rifle, and I was doing pretty well, and then the servers crashed, and I lost. And then I didn't try again. But yeah, the gameplay was fucking excellent, absolutely excellent.
It's so good. I've played a couple of ranked, and
so much fun.
I've only lost one ranked match. I think I'm on 4, 5.
Whoa, look at that in the big leagues, Daniel.
You were carried through ranked matches.
MLG.
I'll be honest. I was carried through the majority of it.
You're carried through most games.
But
at least he's honest. That's the main thing.
I turn around, give a wink, give a smile. They know what I'm there for. I'm just there as a meat shield.
It's so nice to get back to the way Halo plays as well. So you start with a assault rifle and a pistol, and then there's various power weapons dotted around like the needler or the plasma rifle and stuff. And it's all about like playing to try and get to them first. And then, as I said before in the technical preview, once someone's got one, another one doesn't spawn until that one's finished. So it ends up just sort of dotted around all over the map, and then they refresh every couple of minutes or so. And the grenades, melee, weapon combat, it's bloody brilliant. I love it. What fantastic.
The announcer's good as well. He's got some new kind of words.
He's got some new ones, but he's missing one very key one, which I'm very good at getting.
Which is what?
From the grave. Because I always get killed as I'm killing someone. And I used to get that all the time, but he doesn't say it anymore, which is very, very upsetting. But I did get a new one yesterday. What was it? Oh, I can't remember now. It was pretty cool. I was very excited about that. Anyway. The maps are good so far. There's 10, I think, on offer for the 4v4. And I haven't really found one that I don't like. Probably the only one that I would say I'm less fond of is the streets one with like the market square in the middle.
Oh yeah,
I didn't like that one in the preview so much. But the rest of them, again, classic Halo maps. Really, I think when Graham finally pulls his finger out and actually plays it, I think he'll get back into it as well because we spent a lot of time on Halo 2.
Yeah. No, well.
He sounds
with the band.
So happy.
There's no stealth elements, Gray. You can just get in and gun everyone. Don't worry about it.
I know. That's me. No, I can't remember which level it was, but it had the big old hammer in it. That's where I thrive the most.
Yeah. So that one, there's also the energy sword now as well, which sometimes spawns there instead, which I was using earlier on. Very good.
Yeah, that gives you the extra boost, so you can run and jab him instead.
Yeah, and the extra abilities as well, as we said before, with like you said, the Power Rangers thing where you like deflect the grenades or where you get the grapple hook and stuff. They will add to the gameplay nicely. I just love it. I just want to keep playing it. I was supposed to be reviewing something this week, and I just kept I'm just gonna play Halo. I'm just gonna play Halo. Just kept putting it off and off and off. I got to it in the end, but anyway, very, very good game. So we're going to play some. Hopefully, we'll get some games in at some point soon.
Are we actually agreed upon that it's going to be Project Game Pass for December?
I think it's got to be in it, really. Although, sorry, Daniel, Carol?
I was going to say the campaign surely has got to be Project Game Pass for December.
Well, so Halo is Halo, isn't it? So it's just.
Yeah. So you say campaign.
We can't even do campaign and multiplayer, though, can we?
Exactly. Part of the news of this week. Obviously, multiplayer's out now. It's going to have its full launch on December 8th when the campaign comes out. But there's going to be no campaign co-op, which we know already. It was due out, I think they said 3 months after launch.
Yeah.
They've just delayed it to 6 months after launch. So it's not coming until May, I believe they said now.
Oh, that's even
which
worse.
is a long time to wait. I'm sure it'd be good. There's a lot of previews going up at the first couple of missions of the campaign, and everyone's very high on it. But yeah, to wait 6 months for campaign co-op seems a bit of a stretch. And then even more than that for the Forge mode, which I know none of us are necessarily very bothered about. But
It's huge in general.
It's always been a big part of Halo since Halo 3. And so to have it probably looking at about a year after launch, they probably not done.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did like a standalone title that they did for Halo 5.
They could do, yeah.
So it's interesting for all that delays. It shows how I don't know how much of a mess potentially the whole thing was until they brought in the correct to fix it all. Or he looked at it and went, "Oh my god, this is shite. This needs to be redone
from the base up."
Yeah. As Ian's favorite man, Paris Lilly, said on Twitter, it's sort of a perfect example of a game that it got delayed by a lot, but now that everyone's sort of getting into the finished product, you were like, yeah,
okay, we'll let you off with it.
It was probably worth the wait because the multiplayer, at least, I haven't played the single player yet. Fucking excellent.
No,
I can't wait to play with everybody.
That delay of 6 months, I'm not too bothered by. Because like I said, playing with 4 friends, I would lose some of the story because we'd be chatting, etc., etc. So I think it's good and bad on both respects, but it's good for the person like me who would sit and plow through the single player to play it, to get all the story. And then, in months to come after I finished it, if I finished it, I can then play with friends.
True. But the only thing I would say with this is, obviously, I don't know if you've seen any of the preview coverage, anyone?
I'm trying to go blind.
Yeah, I watched the first, I think, 5 minutes of Digital Foundry's video, and I was like, nope, that's enough. I want to wait and
I think I've seen.
Yeah, I want to go in it as well.
I think I've seen like character models of, I can't remember what it was called, but it was meant to be like this big badass Spartan killer. Is what they called it. I can't remember what the name it was, but it looked cool as fuck.
Yeah, that was the last trailer they showed a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't watch the trailer. I literally just seen like a picture of that one character.
So I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, so the campaign. I've completely lost my train of thought now. I was trying to read something. The campaign co-op. Have they said whether it be 2 or 4 player? It's sort of bounced back and forth across the games.
I've heard a few different sources what number it's going to be, but I believe it's 4, but don't quite know that.
Because if you have watched any of the preview stuff, you will see that the levels are like wide open. Now it's not a traditional Halo sort of like wide open space, small corridor, wide open space. It's just a massive Halo ring now, and you just go from point to point. People were comparing it to something like Far Cry or Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So exploring that on your own obviously is gonna be a lot of fun. But it would be awesome to jump in day one with 4 people or 3 other people and just explore this massive Halo world.
Yeah.
Taking out encampments or taking out extra missions and stuff while you're on your way.
Yeah, like side missions and stuff. Yeah.
So having to wait till May for that is a bit disappointing.
I hope that when they do the co-op, they don't do it like a Far Cry co-op though, where it's only player progression is of the main player.
Yeah, the player one. Yeah,
I hate that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that won't be the case. And at the very least, that they let you keep any, because there's unlockables dotted around the world, so like armor plates and skins and stuff like that, and like drop caches. So hopefully you at least get to keep them. But it would be much better, obviously, if you could keep the progression through the missions as well.
Yeah.
Especially if you all start from the beginning and you get to the halfway through and there's only one player who's made it all that way.
Done.
But yeah, so we got to wait till May for that. But for now, the multiplayer is going to fucking suffice me until December 8th, definitely. It's fucking awesome. And I can't wait to play with you all. Especially.
Yay! I'm so happy.
But that was part of the 20th anniversary live stream. Did anybody watch the live stream?
No.
On Monday last week?
So watched it back, yeah. Wasn't that great, I felt.
Yeah, I was trying to watch it while I was still at work, and it didn't seem overly exciting, but they revealed a few bits and pieces that were quite interesting there. So obviously the Halo launch was the big one. They released, they will be releasing a 6-part documentary on the history of Xbox in December. So this was sort of given a trailer at the event, and it's basically a lot of talking heads like Aaron Greenberg and Phil Spencer, etc., going, "Oh, we never thought the Xbox would do very well, and we come into this, and it looks pretty interesting. It does look like they're being quite honest with how much they weren't expecting it to be a success." And it's coming on the 13th of December. Although if you're an insider or a FanFest member, I think you get it the week before, so around about Halo's launch, and it's a 6-part series. Didn't say how long each episode is, but yeah, so that should be quite interesting. They added 37 more backward compatible games with FPS boosts on Xbox Series X and S. So having a quick look at the list here, we got things like the original Alan Wake, not the recent remaster, the 360 version. Assassin's Creed, Dead Space 2 and 3, Fear. The original Fear is fucking awesome. They even played
Wasn't Dead Space 3 ready or backwards compatible?
It was backwards compatible, but now it's got a frame
Got
rate
the way
boost.
upgrade.
I still make it a good game.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls 4, you now play at 60 frames. Fallout New Vegas, I know, don't worry about that one. Far Cry 3, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Oh, what a game. Fucking shocking, but that would be a fun one to play with everybody. Anyway, yeah, there's a like I said, a list of 37. There's some decent ones in. I'm going to pick up Fear, hopefully, if it comes on the store, and keep checking, because that was a great game. The original one, anyway.
The last batch as well, isn't it?
This is the last batch, yes. So they've on top of that, they've added 76 new games as part of the last batch of backwards compatible ones.
Yeah.
I'm going to read out every single one now. So sit in. No, not ready. Pick out some highlights. 50 Cent Blood of the Sand seems to have got a bit of a cult classic.
That was a fantastic co-op game.
I hear this all the time. Every time that game comes up, there's a very loud sort of community going, "Yeah, that was awesome."
It
Don't
was
shit on it.
Fucking amazing as a co-op game.
I can't remember playing it.
Imagine.
I remember when it came out and everybody was shitting on it, but yeah, it seems to have.
What's this? What was that one? Sorry.
50 Cent Blood on the Sand.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard a lot of people talking about that one as well.
Yeah, it was a really good co-op game. But
So, yeah, so
again, it's very much like Saints Row. It needs to be played co-op.
Yeah, is that just a 2-player co-op? Is it?
Yeah, it's just funny as fuck. It's just really. It's very much like Saints Row, but 50 Cent.
Yeah. So, excuse me, if you're interested in finally seeing what all the fuss is about, go check it out. What else we got here? Fear again. Sorry, Fear 2 and Fear 3, and the Fear Files DLC for the original game. Fear 3 was fucking terrible, but the first two were awesome. So definitely check them out. Manhunt. Anyone played Manhunt on the original Xbox?
Was that not the one that got banned? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was fucking violent. That was almost too much at times, but a good game. Proper rock star when they were at their peak of just pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
Very, very violent. I've still got my original disc upstairs, but I might check it out again at some point. The Ridge Racer 6 seemed to be getting a bit of love.
Oh, Ridge Racer. Awesome.
Ridge Racer. And Time Splitters 2, Time Splitters Future Perfect, and
That college football experience.
college football experience, yep. Doug Williams edition. Don't forget that part. It's very important.
It's all about Doug Williams.
And then I suppose the only other main one, really, is SpongeBob SquarePants Underpants Slam.
Oh, you forgot Max Payne.
Oh, I did forget.
You missed Max Payne. How could you miss? What?
Ooh,
I mean, come on, look. SpongeBob.
Oh, no.
Max Payne 2, and Max Payne 3, all backwards compatible now.
First
Max
two
Payne
were,
3 was awesome.
No, the first two were good. Max Payne 3 was shit.
Nah, to be fair, I never played the first.
Controversial. I think 3 was all right.
Yeah, I thought 3 was right.
I really enjoyed 3. It's the only one I've ever played. So, but yeah, and there's obviously, as I said, 76. There's loads of other games in there. Lots of little indie games, which is surprising considering, if this is the last batch, they've added some really random games there, like Switchball. That's a game I bought on the Xbox Live Arcade about 15 years ago. Really great little puzzle game, but I never would have expected that to come back.
Yeah, the other day I had one pop up. I can't remember what it was called. Like, just went, I don't remember this being backwards compatibility. Where did this come from?
So where are they going to go with it now then? Because obviously that's what they're saying. Is that the last generation? That's the last set of 360 ones, isn't it?
That's the last of it.
Completely.
Completely,
So they're not going to bring
completely.
back an Xbox One version or nothing?
Well, I
We don't
imagine
really need to,
most
do we?
Xbox One games already. I think from Xbox One forward, they're just going to be compatible anyway.
Yeah.
This is going back to 360 in the original one.
Yeah.
And this is I don't know why. I guess they said something about licenses and
They were saying that it was
that
getting
sort of stuff.
more and more difficult to get licensing and things like that.
Yeah. Which is why my beloved Lollipop Chainsaw was never going to make it, because they've got fucking licensed songs for days in that. But yeah, great little list. Go and check it out. And the final thing that they revealed at that showcase was the Halo live action TV trailer. Did anybody watch that? I must admit, my connection shit the bed at this point, so I haven't watched it yet. Dan, did it look any good?
I think I just saw someone sitting down on the bed and a camera panning from the backside up to like scars on the back, and that was about
Are you
it.
sure you were watching the Halo? TV?
Backside. Whose backside was on TV?
Well, not his butt, but it kind of went lower back and came up, and you saw like scars down the back,
from the armor, wasn't it? I think. And
Yeah,
then he put the helmet on.
yeah, and that's what I was like, "What's this?"
Go up and dropped his
like,
trousers.
yeah, then oh, sorry, wrong one. Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of it. I skipped quite. I know it was only a half-hour thing, but I skipped a fair bit of.
Fair enough.
Sounds about right for Dan, not being able to get from start to finish this on.
Just on all that backwards compatibility stuff and the FPS boosts, they also mentioned that's also going through to the cloud as well, didn't they?
Yes, for the FPS boost, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the list of that 37 titles included their cloud versions. I'm not sure that they added it to any other ones on the cloud anyway.
Yeah.
It was a good little list of things. The show itself, as you said, Dan, is very short, and I didn't watch the whole thing because, like I said, my connection kept shit in the bed. But it was pretty well put together. I thought no wasted space. They just got on with it. They weren't talking to fucking Paris for half an hour about Age of Empires again. They just got on with it.
Fantastic,
yeah.
you might add.
Was he wearing better clothes this time?
I don't think he was there.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
So I'm sorry, Paris. Ian loves you really.
I love you, but on a clash.
Yeah. So 20 years. Let's carry on. Let's get another 20 years, preferably. Assuming the world doesn't fucking implode upon itself before then. Right. On slightly happier news.
I was make a joke about we might get GTA 6 by then. But...
Hey!
Well, I mean, GTA 6 is so far away. So why don't we play some Saints Row? Oh, no, it's been delayed. Ah, shit. So Saints Row, the new reboot, which is coming out in March, I believe. Is that right? It's been delayed to August 2022. I'm sure you can guess the COVID and reasons. And
every time it's COVID.
There's got to be some sort of statement here. What's it going? They're just saying
We haven't got our third booster.
Yeah, we're doing
tuning,
our very
it?
best. So yeah, it's been delayed by 6 months. They said they're not going to change any of the story or the look or anything because there was quite a bit of backlash, wasn't there, about the style of it when it was revealed a few months ago. But they just need more time to give it the old spit polish. So yeah, so that's a bit of a shame. So no GTA. We could play the GTA Remaster Collection.
Yay!
The definitive edition, sorry, or maybe we can not. I don't know if we'll talk about that later on.
No, let's not.
And talk about it now if you want. It's pretty bad.
Let's get into it. Why not? While we're on the subject,
they done fucked up.
I was so excited.
They done fucked up.
I feel like finding my GTA disc on the PS2 and plugging it in to see how much better it will look on my PS2 than it does right now on my Xbox One.
So has everybody? I know obviously Ian's played some. I played a little bit of San Andreas. Graham played a little bit. Yeah.
I'm not yet.
No. Dan.
No, I've heard the rumors. I'm not going to touch it.
I think I saw some of the pictures on there, and I thought, yeah, I can wait a bit.
Yeah, it was the rain. Oh, I seen a clip of the rain. I was like,
it's just so. It's literally like it looks worse. I swear it looked better on the PS2
it's
than it
terrible.
did right now.
Have you seen like
awful.
the arm glitch with CJ?
No, I haven't seen that
So
one
his
yet.
arm's stuck up like this, but every time he walks past somebody, it's like you've hit the punch button. So you walk past somebody like this and they go flying. But he's just walking like this.
Yeah, I mean, there's glitches for days, isn't there? As I said,
I had one point where, like in GTA 3, where I was doing an ambulance mission, and there was like potholes in the road, and when it went before I could fly over it, my car went little wind, and my ambulance started spinning in the air, just landed. Like, for fuck's sake, what the hell's going on?
Have you
Just
seen?
drove over a pothole.
Have you seen the one
What's
about
happened in real life?
you seen about the one with the car that if you swerve, So if
it
you-
gets bigger and
so
bigger.
if you
doesn't it?
swerve, it gets bigger and bigger as you swerve. It's
Oh
like,
my god, no!
what
That'd be
the
awesome.
fuck?
Yeah, I think that one you've got to hit some sort of parameters before that, haven't you? But yeah, then once you've done it, you just do that. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, I've got to find that.
It's like, what the
They've
fuck?
proper shit the bed with this. Obviously it was quite a big release at the end of the year.
Yeah.
It was.
they've
I
just
know we're all
absolutely
really
fucked it.
excited for it. We even had a whole show based on it, and just oh, I'm so angry.
I'm
I
so
can't even
pissed
do
off.
3. I was like, I really want to play for it. I can't play for this. It's so
No,
glitchy and so bad.
I'm holding out because like I was thinking back to it, and like I was obviously I've always said that like out of the 3, San Andreas was my favorite, and I'm watching salvageable clips from the other ones, and then I look back and keep seeing Vice City stuff, and I'm going, fuck, Vice City was amazing.
It really was.
And
was
remembering
good.
like some of the missions and like getting the nightclub and then the big mansion and stuff, I was like, fuck, I really loved that game, and now I'm desperate to play it, and I'm like, I'm not subjecting myself to that.
I would very much like to play them, but
Yeah.
not right now because
No.
I've got exactly. I've got to wait. I can't do it right now. It's like I've tried. It's like I've really tried this. I gave it a few good goes. I'm like, I can't do this.
No.
It's just annoying me too much more because I really love them. It's like I
mean,
can't play for this.
they've promised patches, haven't they? And they've promised updates and stuff. And people on
Haven't they
PC,
removed
I
it
think,
from the PlayStation Store? Haven't they?
they removed it because it went live early. I think it's
Oh,
back
okay.
on there now. But they removed it from the PC for a couple of days, so even people who bought it couldn't play it.
Have you now seen what they're
Not that they're missing
doing
out.
for PC players?
They're giving them the originals.
They're giving
as
the
a
original
free,
for free, yeah.
yeah. Which I mean, that's not going to help their case, is it?
No,
Because
is
you'll
it?
be like,
No,
I can play the original.
exactly.
This works so much better, but nothing for console gamers,
No.
which is a bit of a shitter. But yeah, so we'll
Standard,
see if they, hopefully they'll improve it, because as you said, they're some classic games, but they proper fucked it. And I mean, it's not even like an indie developer or a small studio; it's fucking Rockstar. Surely, if of all the people on the planet, they could have pulled out a decent effort.
But it wasn't Rockstar, was it?
No, it was it Grove Street Games?
Yeah,
but
something like
Rockstar had like seal of approval signed off on it, and then they put out a statement saying it didn't meet our quality standards. We
How the
realised this.
fuck
and
did
we
it get
went,
released?
Oh, fuck yeah, it's because they were in the release. And why the fuck did you let people spend 60 quid on it, you bunch of cunts?
What did
Exactly,
they see
yeah.
then to sign off? It's like
Exactly.
they got the cyber.
How did this get started? Like, it's like, who is your QA? Like fucking Stevie Wonder? Like what the hell's going on?
What they saw, Daniel,
Is
was
it
all of this.
Or wherever it was isn't there now.
Yeah, all of this money they saw coming in, they were like, yeah, just fucking put it out.
Fuck it,
don't
go
worry
for
about
it. People will buy it
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
But
That's
they're
what,
not.
if you just wait like 2-3 months, people will still buy it. It's like
Yeah.
you forget how
Yeah.
good this game's are. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
nah, just put it out. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's where we
it'll be
put easy money in there. You do know they've made it worse than the PS2 version. Oh,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Ah.
Damage
Yeah.
control.
It's almost like they should have just focused on one. I know hindsight's 2020. Just like remastered GTA 3, say, this year. Then next year Vice City. Then next year San Andreas. But
If
no,
anything, you
they-
could probably get more money out of that way because
exactly, yeah, full
But-
price releases once a year, every 3 years or something.
But even
Yeah.
with that,
And
like
it
what
might
happened
be-
with Cyberpunk, you would be surely on your tender hooks going, right, we need to make sure this is
Yeah.
not even top quality, but doesn't have a launch like it has,
Yeah.
like Cyberpunk had.
Yeah, they've just. I mean, they didn't send out review copies till launch day after it.
Yeah, that
people could
tells you
buy it,
everything you
Yeah.
need to know.
and
they're not sending out early. Yeah,
they
that
they
says
only put
something.
out very small snippets of gameplay and screenshots, like very curated media before it come out. We
Or
should
be
have
like
given it
all
away, but then it's
cutscenes,
Rockstar.
won't
Suspicious.
It was Rockstar, so you're like, yeah, they normally do this. They don't normally show off a lot before launch, but this time there was a very good reason for it because they didn't want to fucking shit. Bunch of bastards. Anyway, speaking of a bunch of bastards, we're going to get into this one very quickly because I just want to reiterate, as we said a few weeks ago, don't be a cunt, please. It's not hard, is it? Really?
Because what will happen
Um,
is, Big Phil,
Big Phil will tell you to fuck off.
he will
basically.
not fucking take your piss.
So, as you may have seen, gentlemen, and anyone listening, about Activision's scandals over the last, well, for many years probably, but especially in the last year, there was firings and people accused of all sorts of wrongdoings and being fucking massive bellends. And now it's been sort of revealed in the Wall Street Journal that Bobby Kotick, that wonderful human being that he is, big old Bob,
That's the trouble. He showed his big old
Cunt.
bob.
yeah, is basically, not only did he know about it, which he previously denied, but he was actually part of it as well.
Yep.
Again, the Wall Street Journal article is paywalled, so unfortunately I can't read it all. But basically, it's sexual assault things, harassment, bullying, just being a massive cunt, basically.
Yeah.
So now some of the shareholders are calling for his resignation. Some over 1,000 Activision employees have signed a petition calling for his resignation. But the board, his good old chums, are trying to keep hold of him because he makes them a lot of money somehow. I don't really know what he does other than be a massive bellend, but yeah. The long and the short of it is, there's plenty of other places that have got far more research into it. Go look up Jason Schreier or the Wall Street Journal. But basically, he needs to go because he is a massive cunt.
He even looks like a massive cunt.
He looks like a cunt as well. I don't know if any of you guys watch like Jim Sterling over the years, but he's had it out for him for fucking years, which he should have done anyway. But the main thing, the reason we're bringing it up today is Jim Ryan from PlayStation put out not a public statement, but to their staff saying that they were disappointed and upset by his response to the allegations. Basically, Bob come out and said, "Oh, I haven't done anything wrong. I value what leadership and friendship and everything." So fuck off. You've been caught now. Just fuck off.
Just piss off. You wank.
Shut up.
So he said to his staff that they're not very happy with them, basically, and they're going to look at their options going forward. And then Big Phil come out as well, again not publicly, but it was released to the press, saying, "Where's his words gone? Where's his words gone? I want to get it right."
Evaluating all aspects.
Thank you. Yes, of their relationship with Activision, because obviously Activision is a sinking ship at this point, and they're going to drag anyone down with them who sticks by them. So hopefully it will just be Big Bob and his bunch of cunt broad mates who go down, and then we can get a decent bunch of people in there.
The problem is do you start sort of blacklisting their games? Do you start not?
Well, that's the thing. You can only really vote, Tyler, with your wallet.
I would encourage him,
and you can only, I mean, it's up to the players. I mean, Call of Duty it's still going to sell a hell of a lot.
But then on the Blizzard side of things, Overwatch 2, League of Legends, but StarCraft. Yeah, they're all massive games.
They're all massive games, and again, most of the players aren't going to have a clue what this is going on because they just put Call of Duty on every night, shoot their mates, and then go to bed.
Yeah, they don't care about the politics yet. They just care about the game that they're playing.
Which, to be fair, they shouldn't really have to.
No, you play games for games. You don't play games for the backside politics of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's the issue for the player. Do you want to fix the world, or do you want to enjoy playing the games that you play?
It's hard because you can't punish the rest of the people that have put their hard earned to make the games just because the top of the chain is a little Harvey Weinstein style prick.
Yeah, that's the thing. That their names appeared in. Was his name Jeffrey Epstein? His little black book, apparently.
No, not really that surprising.
Fellow pedos. So
the thing is, though, with social media these days, it's going to get more scrutinized. Like back in the day, you can get away with it. Now you can't because social media, and it'll be a shitstorm.
Yeah, and I'm not usually one for these like cancel culture brigades and all that sort of stuff. But he has been a massive cunt for years. And this is not surprising in the slightest. And I just hope that at some point we can get some nice people in there to look after the people, like you said, Gray, who do put the hard work in. And they were sort of being smeared by a few people being a bunch of bellends. So, anyway, I don't really want to talk about that anymore because
let's move on.
More and more angry
let's
about it.
Make it more fun. Yeah,
let's move on to something a little bit more pleasant.
Yeah, one more time. Don't be a cunt. Be good to everybody. And you know what you could do by being good to everybody?
Subscribe to Xbox Tavern.
Subscribe to Xbox Tavern on YouTube. So yes, fucking segue.
Well done. That was lovely.
Well done. Obviously, skip the housekeeping. We're gonna knock it in here now,
gentlemen. Smooth like butter. Jesus.
If you've enjoyed the show
first video
and our not inane ramblings, then you can go to xboxtavern.com, read our reviews, our articles. You can follow us at Xbox Tavern on Twitter. And as I said, youtube.com/Xbox Tavern official, where we record this podcast every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Ish.
Mm-hmm.
So we're also brought to you once again with our good friends at Manscaped. So Ross, please tell them all about shaving our bollocks.
This podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who are the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. So join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code Xbox Tavern 20 at manscaped.com. Imagine shaving with a sleek, well-designed and optimised trimmer that makes shaving time your favourite time in the bathroom. It's time to get your own ball hair and body trimmer with Manscaped to make me time the best time and enhance your confidence with some nice, smooth boys. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code Xbox Tavern 20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using promo code Xbox Tavern 20. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
So thank you very much, Manscaped, for partnering with us once again. And head over there, like Russ said. And then you too can have some nice, smooth boys. Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's all for the news. Sorry we had to go on a bit of a downer there, but sometimes you just got to tell them bastards to not be bastards. Right. Video game challenges, shall we?
Yeah.
Questions. Let's get Graham involved. He's been quiet again. Graham, how are you?
Stop threatening me.
He was shaving his old boy.
He's
manscaping
your bollocks over there.
Yeah. Get him all nice and trim.
Right.
For
We've got a
Christmas.
question.
So,
We've got a question for you, Graham.
Yes.
The question this week we're going for is once again from special guest Pete. If you could change one thing about your favorite game of all time, what would it be?
Yes. And this time I chose my favorite game is Guardian Heroes. And yeah, the one thing I'd like to change about it because it's so old school is just to bring it into sort of online multiplayer to play sort of online that way with sort of up to 4 rather than just the 2 on there to sort of really maximize it because it was such a sort of unique kind of game. Yeah. And not only that, just to play the main story of some of the other characters because it had a secondary multiple player game where you could play as literally every other character in the game, even as random as like the villagers that just walk past. They don't even have it like a move. They can't hit or anything. They just do a little weird groan. You can just walk past, just do a weird moving multiplayer. So it'd just be fun to play some of those in the main kind of story mode. I'm not sure how it would work, but it just for variety, make it a bit more fun. But just that and probably more content to sort of do like a next phase of it. Obviously, this is way pre sort of DLC style, but yeah, to sort of see how the story follows on would be awesome.
Yeah, nice, full-on remake, four player online co-op, extend the campaign. That'd be a great game. What I don't. Oh, I'm sure we asked before. No one else played Guardian Heroes here, have they? Nah,
you missed out.
Letting the side down. Letting the side down. Right. Ian.
yes.
Will you answer the question, please?
Yes. So my favorite game of all time is Legend of Dragoon. Unfortunately, it's a PlayStation only game.
I'm sorry, we don't allow gratuitous content on this channel. Please tip your...
Get my PlayStation hat on and my PlayStation top.
I knew there was a mole somewhere. He's here.
Who let him in? Who let him in?
But reality is, for me, it will have to be if I don't even really want a remastered. I'll happily take it, but I just want a re-release on Xbox so I can just hoard all the achievements, play all again.
It always comes back to the achievements.
It does all the achievements. Make sure I get first in the round and everything. It's such a brilliant game, and I know all the shortcuts and everything. I can remember where everything, all the collectibles are still in my head. I've done it so many fucking times.
So
for me,
you want this? Do you think it's a likely possibility?
Never in a million years.
Never in a million years. Is that because
I'll see it probably come to PlayStation again, I imagine, because it's quite a big community for it. And it might, I doubt it ever get re-released, but it might come to like, the store or something, maybe get some trophies or something, but I doubt it will come.
Is it a Sony game?
Yeah, it's a Sony Studios, so it will never ever happen. But I would take a re-release, to be fair. I would even happily take a remastered or re-release of the game. Yeah. I think you could easily up-buff it. Hopefully not as bad as GTA Definitive Edition.
Yeah, give it a Grove Street Games. They can do a great job of it.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I still think if you can make it high definition at least, HD it, why not?
Yeah, nice. All right.
But for me, that'll be my beauty. Just I get nice achievements again, or just have some fun with it again.
Fucking
Even if it's
achievements.
Just for the achievement.
You're not collecting achievements anymore.
I
Are you?
know. I'm retired, but still, that game.
Retired until you started up again. Yeah.
Retired. He's
Two days
back on
later.
that. He's back on that. Great.
Retired.
Wait,
until-
wait till we get his fucking game list later on.
I've got
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Daniel.
Yes. For me, I enjoyed Mass Effect, but I'm getting frustrated with every game that has to be 60, 30, 50 hours long.
Question for you,
Doesn't-
Dan.
Oh,
What?
God.
I'm confused.
What? Yeah, it's meant to be. What is your
I know
favorite
what
game of
game-
all time?
I know. So I said,
So,
like
what's
Mass
your favorite game
Effect,
of all time?
I'm undecided. I flip between three. So
Which
I flip
are?
between Mass Effect 2,
Mm-hmm.
Gears of War,
Mm-hmm.
and then Dragon Age. I'm thinking if it's Origins.
Origins is the first one.
Yeah, so Dragon Age Origins. I flip.
And you want them to
between
be
the three.
2-hour long games? Instead of
Not 2 hours.
34 hour
No,
long
because
games?
that's been ridiculous. But I think kind of this notion of constantly having this open, vast, huge world that spans 60,
That's
70
not
hours.
what makes those games.
Yeah, you've picked 3 RPGs with massive lore behind them and expect you to
Okay.
be able to
and you
knock
want
it
them
out
to
in
be
2 hours.
3-4 hour games.
I didn't say 3-4 hours. I said they just didn't have to be these ridiculously long games. And almost every game jumps on this gravy train of thinking that a
Jamie,
60-hour
please help.
game is the way to go forward.
Mass Effect's a 20-hour game.
That's 20-hour minimum if you're just going straight through the
Yeah.
storyline about.
Well, I didn't. I get sidetracked.
That's the whole
I
point.
always
That's
get-
what makes
don't-
those games
Yeah,
beautiful.
listen, this is my thing. Fuck off.
Dan wants
So
an
you
RPG
basically-
made by Ratalaika, basically.
He wasn't
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2, but 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah. Mass Effect 1, 1 hour. Mass Effect 2, 2 hours. Mass Effect
That's
3,
it.
3 hours. That's
Just-
it. And then I'm done.
Would
The
you want,
edited
like-
highlights.
That's-
The,
yeah.
the shepherd going, Normandy. Liara. Pew pew.
Pew, pew.
No. Sarah.
Garrus.
Sad.
Garrus. Rex.
Play it in a montage.
Pow, pow,
The
pow.
montage,
And I'm lovemaking.
still images, constantly found.
And I can flick through them by pressing the
There's no
keystroke.
shooting, it's just like pressing the button. It's like
Yeah.
kills the person.
Choose your own adventure style thing, yeah.
Do you know what? Sometimes I wonder why I come on this show.
I mean,
All right. Well, let's move on to Ross then, shall we?
Somebody who knows what they're talking about in regards to Mass Effect.
yes, please.
Oh, please don't get him talking about Mass Effect. Fucking hell.
So, Mass Effect 2, favourite game of all time, and the only thing that I would change about it is the only thing that Andromeda did well is their combat mechanics. So the moving between cover, the cover system, just how the biotics look, the gun handling. If Mass Effect 2, 3, or 1 had that sort of gameplay like Andromeda, that would just tip it over the edge.
I can't remember the gameplay with Andromeda.
It was like the thing is like getting into a gunfight in Andromeda was really quite good fun. It's just a shame the rest of it didn't.
Was
stack up.
pants.
Yeah.
It wasn't even pants. Like the planets were nice. The story wasn't shit. It wasn't as epic as the first trilogy, but I think that's because the characters weren't as good. So wasn't the worst game ever made. That's for sure.
I haven't played it yet.
You ever play Mass Effect 2?
No,
Andromeda.
Andromeda.
Andromeda, oh, okay.
You don't
Sorry,
miss
my bad.
much.
Yeah, I haven't played it either. I tried it. Pete really liked it, Kinch.
Yeah, I completed it.
I think I got to like the first planet. I was like, I can't bother with this.
I think that's what I was like.
I completed it, but I
Jamie.
just can't remember it.
What about you? What would you say?
Well, as you might know,
Well, first
favourite-
question:
Go
Is it the correct favorite game of all time, or
Is
is it your fake favorite game of all time?
no, I would go with Ocarina of Time, obviously, because
Oh,
it's
well
still,
done, good.
still the best
Best
game
go
of
for
all
your
time.
fake one.
No,
Yeah,
Breath
you
of the
can't
Wild's
say
close.
remade or remastered because that's all
Yeah.
fucking been
I
done.
was gonna say, I hope it's
No.
going to Resident Evil 2 remake. It's like what?
So what I was going to say for Ocarina of Time, what I'd probably, I mean, it's fucking perfect as it is, really, realistically. But what I'd probably do is sort of remake it a bit, maybe shine the graphics up a little bit.
Make it so you can
maybe, I think having it running sort of like, when 3D was all the fad, you had to put the glasses on. But I'd prefer to have it without the glasses, maybe on a little screen. You sort of
Like the
hold it in your
3DS
hands.
did.
Something like the 3DS, yeah. You hold in your hands and you
Oh,
can play it
yeah.
on the go
Oh,
on
yeah,
the 3D screen.
Yeah. Like
Just
a,
with a
like
nice-
a 3DS screen, where you
Yeah,
can,
just with a bit of an upspuff to the visuals.
that'd be
Maybe
really good.
tidy up the inventory a little bit. so you haven't
Yes,
got to faff around
actually,
so much.
Yeah, maybe change like the water temple. Maybe change that a little bit.
Oh yeah, change the water temple just a little bit, just to make not so much, but just to make it a little bit
Just
easier.
a little bit more
Um,
linear. Like,
And
good-
then
yeah.
what I'd probably do is then allow you to sort of, like I said, take it on the go with you anywhere you like. Maybe even if you're feeling lucky. Hang on, wait.
Are you taking the
This
piss?
isn't working. I might even consider releasing it maybe on the 16th of June 2011.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
and
it is
then-
taken.
yeah, that'd probably be it, really. Just
There we
off
go,
top-
sir.
just off the top of my head, nothing too much.
That would be-
Nothing too
Just say-
specific.
Nah.
Yeah. Good. I thought you were going to say like make Zelda's tits less pointy.
I mean, you could do that as part of the up stuff, No, yeah, honestly, that would have been my answer. Obviously, not all of that
I
specific.
mean, your answer is what the game was.
But my answer would have been like remake Breath of the Wild, give it nice shiny new visuals, not necessarily in 3D, and then just tidy up the inventory.
Ooh, you
but
said
they've already,
Breath of the Wild.
but
What a
they've already
fiend.
done it. So did I say
Controversial.
Breath of the Wild? I said Ocarina of Time, no?
No,
You said
Later,
just a
Breath of the
second ago. You said
Ocarina of Time, sorry.
Ocarina of Time.
scandal.
Yeah, so they basically done what my answer would have been anyway. So
Yeah.
The
I
only
had
thing
a-
in Ocarina of Time that annoys me is that you can't jump.
yeah, but it's an auto jump in it, so you as
Only
run
if
to
you
the
walk
edge.
over like a ledge, like
Yeah.
jumps.
It's like
Mate,
Pokemon.
I suppose really, the only thing I would have preferred was like a full-on remake where they open up the world. So rather than it being segmented into the little towns and stuff like that, it would just be like a massive open world, like Breath of the Wild, that you just explore, and maybe make it a bit bigger with a bit more content.
I think you
because they
had to
didn't
make
really
a
add
bit
anything
more
to it.
similar because obviously you had when he was a kid and then when he's an adult.
Yeah.
That transition, you always had to have that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I like how
but they
we've
didn't-
managed to spend time on this podcast. One, Ian advertising his PlayStation paraphernalia, and two, Jay spending 35 minutes on a fucking Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what then. I'll tell you what. Maybe remake Halo, but perhaps what you could do is up stuff the visuals a little bit. But and this
Don't
is
start there. No,
this is
don't.
a nice little twist. Have it run in 3D on a TV, but at the press of a button, if you just press it, it will take you back to the old visuals. That would be really good, actually. I'd
That'd be
like to see
perfect. That'd be awesome.
and then you can flick between them, at will. That'd do. Yeah.
So, Project
Sounds
Game
familiar.
Pass.
Project Game Pass. Moving
Yeah.
on swiftly.
Let's move on to Project Game Pass. So, has anybody played more Forza? No, good. Right,
Hell
games have
no.
been playing.
Let me guess. Do I have to?
You can't
contrib-
cheat anymore, can you? Apparently.
Yes, you can. You just need to do it in a slightly different way.
All right, so Ross,
Oh,
please
so
tell
we
us how
gotta
you
do
haven't
now.
been playing Forza this week.
Yes, I've been playing more Forza this week. I've been playing
Well,
Forza.
no, how you haven't been playing Forza this
No,
week.
but I have. So I've been doing it legitimately. I've been just now playing Forza for playing Forza now that I have my $26 million and 300 odd cars. Yeah, just back playing the Eliminator. First time I've actually ever played the Eliminator. I haven't played it on Forza Horizon 4. Been doing
What's the Eliminator?
The Eliminator. You've played the Eliminator, have you not?
Explain it for our dear listeners.
Explain
Oh.
it.
Whoever's
Sorry.
last in the lap gets eliminated, I'm guessing.
No, it's the Battle Royale. It's you all drop in different pickups.
Parachuting,
Different,
pick
yeah.
up a AK-47.
Go tits.
Yeah.
No, so you drop in and obviously you can change your cars throughout the rounds or the circles. Better cars as you go further in. Obviously, it becomes harder to get them. You have to get to X amount of places during the time zone to go through the next part. Last car standing is basically the winner. So it's basically just Fortnite but with cars. Played some of the what's it called? Super 7. So they're like
Oh yes, where it's got challenges where you can, like,
Yep. Done some of the seasonal events. The Forzathon is now open, so we've been trying to rack up some Forzathon points to get some limited edition stuff. That's pretty much about it. For Forza, at least. I'm glad we've all contributed to Horizon 5 for Project Game Pass this month.
Hey, I played a little bit. Got an
Hey,
achievement.
I played auto-played it.
I turned it on to try and find Joe's skins for the cars, liveries for the cars,
Got them.
and I couldn't find where the option was, so I turned it off again.
Yeah, got them. I'll need to show you what I've done. I've got a couple of cars that are decked out in just Tavern livery.
How?
Oh, you've got to share it, yeah.
Hang on. How many skins did Joe do?
Quite a few.
Oh,
Two.
Only
No,
two?
what's two? I thought it was more.
Don't
no,
do
he
it,
didn't.
Dan. Don't do it.
He
Don't
didn't
do
double
it.
that number, no.
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 Knew it was coming. I knew seen it coming a mile off.
I mean, that's what she. Right. Anyway,
He's
so
not getting it.
So if we play some more pauses at some point this week, I'm sure, and then that'll do for this month, and then we can play some Halo. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Foreskin, Ian.
Oh,
my
Oh, just let that penny drop, Jay.
We could have been
Did you
here.
not? How did you not see that coming?
He looked baffled.
We could have been here the rest of that night, and he'd have still been just sitting on us.
I literally was waiting. Oh, fuck off. What the hell are you on about? That's
Anyway.
dreadful. Get out.
Anyway, Ross, I'm loath to ask, but what else have you been playing?
Oh, are we on to the games of the week already? Wow.
Yeah, well, you've done the Forza, so you might as well just segue straight into that.
Well, I'll start off on a positive note, well, so something
Oh,
that we can all
Jesus.
contribute with and all be happy with. I jumped into some Battlefield with the lovely Daniel.
Oh, that's not really good, is
Well,
it?
no, trust me, it
Hey.
was a painful experience.
Rubbish.
No, like I've seen a lot of things, people saying it's a glitchy mess and it's this, that, and the next thing, and I never found any of that. From the games that I played, it was fucking amazing. It was, I mean, the visual effects. Like, see, I think two of the maps we were on. So the two maps we played, one of them you basically get caught up in a sandstorm.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what's on the trailer just now. You've got like the sandstorm coming in and it obstructs your view during the game. And then
Turns everything red as well, doesn't it?
yeah, and then the other one that we had in the other map we were playing it's like a monsoon. So the rain is just like torrential. So you again limited visibility when that hits. The only thing I've got a slight complaint about so far is how vehicle dependent you are. Like a lot, like the two maps that we played on, we were owned by tanks and helicopters. Just if you looked at probably 90% of your deaths, it was through some sort of vehicle. It wasn't people shooting us; it was getting fucking blown to pieces.
Yeah, so our vehicle's still quite dominant in the game then.
Yeah,
Vehicles are the meta. What's the one? The hovercraft is supposedly like the OP vehicle to have in Battlefield at the moment. So you
That
can
could climb walls, can't it?
yeah.
It's ridiculous. Well, I haven't personally seen that. I've heard it, but they go like anything. They fly through the map, and then it's just a pain in the rear end to try and take them down. And the fact that also, as with Battlefield, normally you have in your base, it's not your base, where your spawn point, you have X amount of vehicles. You can also call in vehicles like Lifeline does in Apex. So there's a certain amount, I guess there's a certain amount of slots free, and then willy-nilly, as you need to, you can drop a vehicle or you can drop a robotic dog, depending on what your level is. But I've had two. Ross is lucky that he didn't get it. I've had two games where, as I've been playing, it's frozen and kicked me out and like booted me out the whole game.
Yeah.
Which is a nightmare. And they don't implement the system where as you get kicked, it'll hold your spot and you can reload in.
Oh,
So they haven't got, which should be a standard thing for games now, which is a bit frustrating. But I'm loving Battlefield. They've changed the way you can do your guns, like your attachments to your guns.
yeah, I love that. Like how they were hot swappable. So like if you, depending on what you had unlocked on your gun, you could swap out your scopes, your triggers, your mags, your stocks, everything like that on the fly. So I think like when I started in the first map that we were on, I had a 1.5 zoom red dot sight, and then once I started to go on a more defensive position for where we were, I switched it to like a 3.5 times scope, and it was like just the ability to just flip in game doing that. It was just a really nice wee touch.
Yeah, definitely. It's so you could have, as Ross said, that kind of near shots, the red dot, and then you can go sniper-esque. But they've also dropped out on Battlefield. You used to have the scoreboard, and you could see where you were. So that's missing at the moment. I've heard there's leaderboards missing. There's like loads of stuff missing at the moment from Battlefield, which they need to.
So how do you know he's winning?
Yeah, well, you get obviously the little countdown that's got like they both start at 500. Am I right? And then
we're on the big team ones, but so you've got X amount of tickets for each team. But obviously, as you're capturing the points, they go down. But you haven't got the old thing for your squad. You couldn't
Yeah,
see where your
that
squad
pissed
is
me
in
off.
your team.
So like at the end of the game, I kept on like trying to like hit buttons to like pull up, saying like how many kills, how many assists, how many deaths, how much damage done, and there wasn't an option for it. I was like, well, that's pish. One, because I wanted to take the piss out of Dan how bad it was, but two, just to keep on track of how I had been playing.
Yeah. And that, I mean, Battlefield used to be brilliant for that. I think it was Battlefield 1 used to like rank your squad. So this one kind of ranks your squad. I think we got like 10th out of 35 out of 35 squads. But again, you can't see who was the biggest contributor, who was the least, you know. It's...
I quite like the wee bit at the end where like if you're on the winning team, it pops up very much like kind of like Overwatch. So you'll get like person that stayed on the objective the longest, person that done the most revive, person that did the most kill.
Like
and it
little
like
tidbits.
puts up like your banner with your name, your operator, and things like that. But it doesn't actually give you a breakdown of what was like your kill death type idea.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty standard feature that's missing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even something like Halo's and has got that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's quite annoying that it didn't have that. That was my only slight against it. But again, I didn't have any of the bugs that Dan was saying about the getting kicked and things.
Just crashing and
when we played it, it was just fairly consistent. It was very smooth.
Yeah.
How many times did you ride a hovercraft up a building?
I think I only jumped in the hovercraft once, but the map that we were on, we didn't really have. It wasn't in where we were trying to go to. We weren't in the city part of it. We were on the outskirts, so there wasn't really that many buildings to go up.
Yeah, well,
how long
not
are each
very high.
games then?
They can last, depending on how well you're doing, obviously, they could last. I think we had like, 20 minutes, maybe?
I was going to say, we played
40 at a push.
We played 3 maps, and we were on for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so obviously, depending how you're going and how you're capturing the points, will dictate how quickly your tickets go. I think one we got like completely bum rushed.
Yeah, first one we got absolutely owned. Second one we absolutely owned the other team, and the third one it came down to 5 points.
Last 5 tickets, wasn't it? Yeah.
So it basically finished 0-5 instead of being like 0-150 or something like that.
Yeah, we were leading that one as well, didn't we?
We were
snatched away.
We were leading right up to the very last part, and then they rushed one part of the map so that there was like every time you spawned in, everybody was just going to the same place. And at one point, there was like 20 of their guys all in this one building. So every time you went near the building, you were fucked. But
were you just doing deathmatch, or was it a lot objective-based one?
Conquest.
Okay.
Nice. But yeah, it's good. I'm obviously I've got my review of it, so I'm just compiling that. I was hoping to get that out on Monday, but now I've got to go to work. It might be Tuesday or Wednesday, so I'll get
How
the
rude
video.
of them. How rude of them.
Damn them. Damn them.
Damn them. Offered me too much money. That's 7p. I was like, okay, I'm in.
Nice. Cool. So, I forget who was going. Battlefield.
That was Ross.
No, Ross, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry. Anything else, Ross? Or should we...
Yes, there was.
Sure we can't move on?
So,
No.
Football Manager 22 has launched.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ha! It is...
Tell us. Regale us.
It is... I'm loath to say it because it's not quite what I mean. It's just the turn the phrase works. Same shit, different day. It's very, very similar to 21. They have introduced a few other wee bits and pieces in it that are nice little touches for the real weirdos like myself who go into the nitty gritty everything. Things like data analysis. So in last year's one, you started introducing things like data analysts. So they would break down how many expected shots on goal, how many turnovers, shit like that they had. And it was kind of like just glazed over, like, well, we've sent you this, deal with it as you would. Whereas this year it goes a lot more in depth and you can actually make changes on the fly based on what your data analyst said. So it actually pays to have better data analysts this year. Much the same as the last time, like I say. There's not really noticed much different apart from your transfer market's a wee bit different. You don't get a value on a player anymore, so you actually have to speak to the agent, and the agent will give you a lot more details in regards to how much the players are expected to sign for. But not so much to do with the game, but more along the fact of how Game Pass has introduced it. they've brought out the full version of it, but they've made it so that it's not quite as accessible as Steam. So on Steam, you can download, say, custom databases. So you can have, say, Dan will remember back to the old Chat Manager 0102 database, for example. You can introduce that into Chat Manager, or you can bring that into Football Manager. But when you do it on Game Pass, they don't transfer for Steam. So if you subscribe to it on Steam, you don't get access to it on the Game Pass version. And there's no way of bringing it across yet. So you're still getting it quite a limited experience. The only other thing, what was the other thing I'd seen about it? The pre-game editor. They say that it's up on the Windows Store, but it doesn't work. So they've not done the whole Game Pass side of it particularly well out with the main game.
Okay. I mean, sorry, I dozed off for a second there. It suddenly went quiet. What do you mean? What haven't they included the editor? What? I was listening.
So there's a pre-game editor usually. And then what happens with that is if you want to sort of, so like I usually take Celtic and then move them down in England. But because you can't do that on the Game Pass version, they've tried to introduce it that you can download it on the Windows Store. But when you download it off the Windows Store, it just crashes. And there's no way to access it through Steam because you haven't bought it in Steam. They've not introduced a lot of the things that you can do on the Steam version for the Game Pass version.
So you're getting half a game or three quarters of a game.
The thing is, it probably will come and it will be working fine, but as it's launched out of the gates, it's not transferred very well. Because you are missing out on, like, say, the ability to have custom databases. You can manually source them, but with Steam it just made it so much easier because you go on, click subscribe, and then it was in your game. Whereas now you have to find it on like a third-party website, download it onto your drive, transfer it into your editor data files, then it works through the Game Pass. So it's just not quite as easy. So
is it there's no way to do it on Steam and then transfer that back to the Game Pass one?
No, unfortunately.
I suppose then you'd have to buy it on Steam as well, wouldn't you, rather than have it included in your subscription. So
what season have you started then?
Oh my God, right.
But I never hope. Do you say Celtic or was that?
Yeah, so I started it basically as Celtic, this one, because like I say, I usually move them down into England. Once I've got the ability to do the databases.
Well, in League 2, I assume, because that's how good they are.
Cool.
Just skim past that.
Once I've
because he knows it's true.
No, once we can access the custom databases, I'll start doing. I quite like. There's usually one that you can go down to the very bottom league in England. So I think it's 13 tiers down from the Premier League. So you're talking like teams that you would go and watch on a Sunday. Kick off at 10 o'clock in the morning, and yeah. That's they struggle to get 12 players together to put a team out. So it's that type of league, and then you can bring them all the way up to the Premier Division. So I'll probably do something like that once the databases are transferable over the Game Pass. But as of yet, then it's just normal playthroughs as it is.
Cool. Good. Any further questions? No. Good. Right. Graham, tell us what you've been playing this week, please, sir.
I have gone back to the past thanks to a new upgrade or anniversary ups buff, all called whatever you call it, of Skyrim. And yeah, since I saw it that it had a new compiler which speeds up the loading times and stuff, I thought I might give that a try again to see how it is, because it's still getting so much love even after so much time. And
10 whole years already. 10 whole years already.
Yeah, so I thought I'll give it another go because it's had this new edition and it's still as awesome as when I originally played it, but the loading times just make it so much better.
Yeah.
From the only sort of the loading time is at its worst is at the initial starting point where you like press start from the start screen to go into the game, and even that's like a maximum of about 10 seconds. And then that's it. Once you're in the game, even like fast traveling to another big city, it's less than 10 seconds every time. usually about sort of 5 or 6, and then bang, you're into that kind of city and going through doors. Even that had a little bit of a sort of delay, but now it's just within seconds. You're into different rooms, and it sort of improves the experience so much.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Because as you said last week, sitting there staring at the things spinning
It's
on the
like
loan
spinning
screen,
here.
minutes at a time.
That got old fast, but obviously you need to push the game as far as, because the longer you went on, the more that happened and the worse it got.
Yeah.
So, but I can't imagine it doing that much difference after this
But
bit.
it was a fun little cutscene to do, like spin, 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 spin.
But
So how far are you in now? Did you say?
not actually that far, because I've got myself stuck into the same habit, almost like picked up a drug addiction from the last time I played Skyrim. I was dicking around enchanting and smithing things. Such a dickhead. I can't believe I've done it again. Literally the exact same thing I did when I first
the
played.
trap.
I'm level 99 enchanting, and I've only just talked to like the greybeards about my shouting.
That was what I used to do with smithing, with the whole like iron dagger thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
doing.
just
Iron daggers, dwarven bows. I know how to sort of crank it up and get all the benefits, sleep to get the well-rested benefit and everything. But I was telling the guys yesterday about a weird scenario that happened that I didn't realize was part of the game. I really should have read what they added in. But I went to, I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Solitude or something. And I went out there. There was just the boy Wraith, I think his name, something like that. And he was just like tending to the farm, saying he's had a bad life. And then it randomly says, "Do you want to come home with me?" And I was like, oh, hang on. What's happened? Turns out you can adopt a kid. I was like, oh, that must be a new thing. I was about to say, propositioning this is going a bit weird. Ooh. But no, it seems that you can, in Whiterun, you can invest in having a child's room, so you can adopt a child to sort of live in the house, which I thought was a bizarre touch, but I didn't know that was in there now, but that's now possible. But yeah, it's just coming across new things like that. And they had one of the quests where you come across the golden armor thing quite early on. I didn't realize that was a new thing. I didn't remember it before, so that's why it must have been a new thing, because I just hadn't remembered it. I hadn't seen it before. And that quest comes on quite early, and it's quite good armor, but it's quite heavy. I'm trying to go as some sort of battle mage at the moment, so I can't be dealing with this heavy armor shit.
Not a stealthy archer?
No.
That's too easy.
Honestly, I can't play Skyrim without getting the fucking Nightingale armor, the Nightingale bow, and then just sit and listen. Or the Ebony Mail.
Huh? What's that?
Must have been the one.
Well, I'm practicing my pickpocketing skill now. My pickpocketing skill is only in the 20s, but now I've got such high enchanting. I've got the boots, the headset, and the gloves and the ring. That's all plus 40% pickpocketing. So I equip all the gear, and the guy's got to turn into like a ninja thief, just robbing everyone. But it's getting to that little sneaky position where you sort of wedged behind them, just sort of creeping behind their ass, just so I can pickpocket him. Wait for that little eye to go. Like, now it's thieving time.
They turn around and go, "What are you doing there?"
Oh, yeah. I hate, that's the thing I forgot before. There's like no warning. If you accidentally do something goofy in one of the sort of towns, they start sort of kicking up a fuss and saying, "Right, that's it. You pay your fine." And then if you pay the fine, they take all the shit you've stolen, which is a bit of a killjoy. Even the stuff you didn't even mean to do. You accidentally sort of hit someone because they got in the way, or you're trying to skip something, you accidentally shoot something or hit something, or you steal something that you didn't mean to. Obviously, you press A to interact with something, you nick an apple off the fucking side, and that suddenly you're a
stop right there, criminal scum.
You still do what? I think swear like back then you used to be able to pick something up and then that move it to different room.
You have to hold down the A button to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so you pick it up, move it to another room, drop it, then pick it up, take it away, because obviously the guys haven't seen you steal it. So, or you put stuff into
put the bucket on their head, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
they can't.
Or you put stuff in the bucket and then move the bucket out. Like, oh, that's a nice bucket, thank you.
There's one thing I thought they would have changed, which strikes me as odd. There was 2 kind of assassins sent out to kill me. And I sort of killed him. It was in Whiterun, but it was like right outside the house that you bought. And he's been there for days, literally days. Every time I come back there, the guy is still dead outside my door. And then every now and then someone walks past, goes, this is terrible. It is terrible. You're right. The guy's been there for fucking days and no one's can get rid of this bloody body.
You need to.
And so you have to pick him up and drag him outside.
Yes, I'm tempted to sort of drag his corpse out into the sea just to stop
Chuck him in
people
the
saying
river
it.
to watch him float away or something.
Get this man off my boundary property.
Yeah, he's killing the feng shui. But yeah, no, it's just such great fun, and I just got back to addicted to it again. Every time I stop, I was like, oh, I can do this bit. Just go back to it. I just forgot how in depth some of those sort of even the most basic of missions can take sort of 40 minutes just to go through one little minor quest. It's like it involves exploring things, and it's like this is just a side quest. It's nothing to do with the main thing. It's just massive.
And it's everywhere you turn as well, isn't it? You go to do one quest, and then there'll be 3 people there. Like, do this, mate. Okay, I'll do that. And then you go on that way, and you find a fucking treasure cave, and you go, I'll go and have a look in there.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're halfway across a map with a backpack full of shit you didn't need. Like,
Exactly. Oh, I'm keeping this. I'll need this soon.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
look,
that's
I've
one
only got
thing
my
they could have
6,000
included.
potions.
Yeah, I wish they included that the missions are still just in that list format. They don't like group them by location. So you don't know which each quest is unless you remember every single detail about whose name is what. Like, deliver this to Alvano. Like, who the fuck is Alvano? Where is he? You have to keep clicking show on map to know if it's nearby where you are, or you're just flitting about. But luckily, fast travel's so fast it doesn't really matter too much.
So I'm going to sound stupid here, but obviously with the anniversary edition, you get like the additional extras from the Creator Club.
Yeah.
I think you don't need that for like this new update with the fast loading times and stuff like that, no?
No, you don't. But I wanted to make use of that bit, but I've kind of hit a bit of a wall there. I can't link my Bethesda account with my Xbox account due to some bizarre issue with the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to log a support ticket to try and fix that. I just wanted to see what some of the mods were and stuff in the Creation Club, but I can't even make the most of it because I can't link my account.
So with this new stuff, because it's Creating Club and it's the Creation Club and it's not the actual mod section, does this affect achievements if you download this stuff?
I didn't know that because I'm not Ian. I don't really care too much on the achievements, but apparently Pete said if you did put the mods on, then it does affect the achievements.
Yeah,
but
so
It does. It avoids it.
I know the mods does, because I've done it a couple of times. But just when they're saying obviously that there's new enemies, new gear, new stuff like that, but I thought that was all part of the Creation Club. So if you get the new gear and all that, does that mean you lose out on achievements? Because that seems a bit redundant.
I would have thought the stuff they included would have been.
Yeah, it's something included would have
greenlit,
thought
as it
affected
were.
it, or they'd give you a heads up if you used it, then
Yeah.
you void it or something like that. But yeah, I haven't been able to experience that bit yet.
I feel like I might know what I'm playing the rest of tonight.
Don't you gets hooked in, it's so
I know.
annoying. It's so big.
Thing is, I think like I've completed the main story. I've completed Dawnguard was the vampires, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I completed Dawnguard. I haven't completed the dragon one. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I've only done what. I've only done one of the DLCs, and obviously you have like the Hearth one where you can get your own house, but that doesn't really, you don't change anything to the game with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I bought both of them, but like you, Ross, I've only played the first, the vampire one.
Yeah.
I've done Dragonborn. It's all right.
But yeah,
I think
great fun.
I think
I'm
I've
glad I
got
went
to
back.
I've got to the island for Dragonborn, and I think I've went down into the chamber in Dragonborn. I don't think I've got any further than that.
Yeah, I did it all back in the 360 days, like
Yeah.
probably 7-8 years ago. But yeah, I haven't done it since. Once is enough for me, I'm afraid.
Yeah. It's the kind of game, like you said, Ian. I fucking loved it at the time, but I'm not sure I could ever commit that amount of time again to it.
Exactly. I know I've fallen into Graham's pattern of getting lost and just
Exactly.
doing
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Once you
So I was
get
like, no.
started, you're like, that's it. That's all I'm playing for the rest of the year. That's it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I need to get out of it, but at the moment I'm hooked. It's so fun.
Good.
there we go.
Nice. Okay. Anything else, Graham? Or
No, that's fine. Yeah, there's nothing too exciting I've been happening. It's just what I've been playing. I've been playing FIFA 22, but nothing to boast about or shout about. Other than I've got a pretty decent ultimate team now, but that's about it.
you sure don't want to give us a breakdown of your entire team, point by point?
No, I'm tired enough as it is.
Daniel. No,
Yes.
yeah, Daniel. What else have you been playing this week other than Battlefield and Halo?
Battlefield and Halo. That's it.
Cool, right, Ian. No,
Hi.
we'll get back to Halo in a minute. But yeah, Ian, what have you been playing this week? Oh God.
What do you mean, oh God?
Not all
Oh,
of them.
I was going to say there was a massive list there a minute ago.
Oh, yeah, I moved the list. I have been going back into my achievement hunter because I'm not sure you heard, I've joined the competition on True Achievements, but
But you
main
finished
games I've-
collecting achievements.
even though I've retired, yes. But the main game I was playing this week, I really fancy playing it again, and it's a fantastic, beautiful title, and that is called Tales of Borderlands.
Oh,
Nice. What a great
be
game.
still my beating heart.
Absolutely fantastic. I completely forgot how good it was. And I was trying to play it again a bit differently how I played it the first time. I couldn't, but the point was like, I don't remember this scene. I don't remember how good this scene was.
The
And
best
actually,
of all the Telltale games by a
it's
mile.
brilliant. It's such good comedy value, such random stupidness. I managed to smash through all the episodes over the course of this week. Just a lot of fun and good Telltale humor, good Borderlands humor. Makes me actually want to go start playing Borderlands 3 now because I still haven't started to play that.
Because Reese is in it.
Is he?
Yes, Reese is in it.
Oh, you plucked my heartstrings now, definitely. Oh, is Fiona in it or not?
Fiona's not in it, no. Reese is in it.
Wait.
Vaughn's in it. Vaughn's in it quite a bit.
Is it after? Is it as in after Tales Borderlands, or
Yes,
is it?
it's after Tales of the Borderlands.
Oh, that's the thing, because the way it ends on the cliffhanger, doesn't it?
Zero's in it as well. Zero's in 3.
Yeah, I remember. I think
days.
I remember Zero.
Yeah, because obviously Tales Borderlands ends on the cliffhanger. So if they're in 3, I wonder if they actually talk about what happened.
Kind of, yes.
Oh. Well, I know what I'm playing this week now.
It's the only Borderlands game I've ever played really, like completely, and it's bloody brilliant because it wasn't a Borderlands game. It was the Telltale type thing.
That's it. It's just such a silly human. There's so little random shit in between. I think they had one massive battle in. I think it was the last episode. Pew pew, yeah, with finger
Yeah, like
guns.
the finger guns. Yeah.
Yeah, it's faking all over.
That bit's
or when they
fucking
try
fun.
and talk to the fourth one and go, "What are you doing?" Oh, nothing. Sorry. And it's like, no, okay, clearly just taking the piss out of the fourth wall thing, but
Yeah.
no one knows what you're doing about it. But yeah, I think it's just a brilliant game. Has Handsome Jackson in it as well, and he's such a brilliant villain from 2. It's 2, yeah, 2.
2. He was in pre-sequel as well.
Oh, okay, well there we go. I'm playing pre-sequel, but yeah, 2. So obviously I liked him as a villain. And obviously, again, such great storytelling in that title, and such great telling in this one as well.
Nice. Great game. Definitely go play it. One of the best Telltale games, definitely.
The best
Definitely.
Telltale game.
Mm.
Up for debate, but I'd rank it highly compared
What would
to The
you say
Walking
is
Dead.
yours then?
My one, the first season of The Walking Dead.
We know what Dan will say. Graham, what about you? Oh,
He's muted himself.
Yeah, no, it's just, I would say the Borderlands one's probably the best one I've played as well. I
Yeah.
prefer that better than the Walking Dead ones.
that's something. My between Borderlands and Wolf Among Us.
Oh, to be
Wolf
fair,
Among Us was
Wolf Among
great.
Us is on par.
I
actually.
would have it Borderlands, then Wolf Among Us, then the Walking Dead ones, then
Yeah.
Batman.
I think
Yeah.
Walking Dead. Walking Dead is brilliant, and it plugs heartstrings. But I'm more of a comedic value, and them two bring way more comedic value.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wolf-
the neck
Wolf
and neck
Among
for
Us.
me.
I'm not a huge fan of zombies as well. I'm a scaredy cat.
I guess
Plus, it doesn't have Kenny in it. So,
I don't like it.
Yeah, anything that doesn't have Kenny in it. Graham's
so yeah,
sold.
those other two, they're definitely neck and neck.
Daniel, what's your favourite Telltale game?
I think it's a toss-up between Tales of
Pardon?
the Borderlands, Batman.
Toss what?
He's going to say Batman or Minecraft or something.
Batman. I haven't played.
Do you know what? The Minecraft one's actually really good.
Well,
played
actually,
it
to be fair, I
on-
wouldn't say that as well. The Minecraft's all right.
I played that on Netflix,
Yeah,
Um,
likewise, yeah.
and yeah, Batman and the first season of The Walking Dead because it was so new,
Shit
fresh.
shot corner.
Oh, you're such a dick. Yeah,
Oh, no, but yeah, Borderlands, Wolf Among Us for me.
right.
I think just because I played Borderlands fresh this week, I'll probably say that. Just because I had such good fun with it, and I crammed all episodes in 1 week.
Yeah, I think when
I
I
forgot
played
how
it-
good it was.
I wasn't really bothered because it was a Borderlands game, and I think I waited till the last episode was out, and I played it one episode a night. Yeah, it's fucking absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it is good fun. Such good fun.
Cool. Anything else you want to regale us with, or should we move on to Daniel?
Well, Dan doesn't know much, so I can regale on after me miraculously beating Graham at Bomberman one time recently. I started playing for GTAS again for the Game of Scores. Super Bomberman R. So that came to Games of Gold. God, a year and a bit ago, probably, I'll say.
A while ago, yeah.
Yeah, a good while ago. So I started playing for that because they've got like a weird single player campaign. Have you played it, Graham? I know
Yeah,
you're
I
into
have.
Bombermans.
I've done the first complete. There's a boss after the end boss bit that I had a bit of an issue with, but yeah, no, I played through that. I think Jay got it for me as a present a long time ago.
Yeah,
I think
smashed my way through that.
Yeah, because it's really difficult. I wasn't expecting
it fucking
that.
is hard. It's nails, especially the after boss bit.
Exactly. Yeah, because you did the boss bit, it's quite. That's fine. You kill the boss there. That's quite easy because you just do what your tactics are. Just fucking rush them. But then when you get to the boss, it's like fucking this massive thing. You've got to try and work out what the mechanics are.
Oh yes, every time.
So much pain. I took one of them. I think like the third boss took me fucking ages because it's such a massive boss, and you have to like basically destroy 4 pillars, and then his head goes down, and then you have to kill his head constantly.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, did I just see that Pyramid Head was in this game?
He's in the online version.
I was like, I was
you can get him as a character as well now. You can get him as a little character.
Yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, what the fuck?
There's Snake and there's all kinds of ones. There's a Fall Guy in there. He's in the
So at the moment now, for the Xbox version is Pyramid Head and the Arbiter.
Yeah.
And there's other ones as well.
Pyramid Head is a cheat in the bloody online version.
Yeah, because you can just slash, can't you?
No, you don't. You just have to hit your ability and just walk into people. You kill them instantly.
Yeah, that's the A button. Yeah, that's the slash.
But you move super slow.
Super slow. Yeah. So Pyramid does the same. Pyramid and Arbiter. You just press A when you get really close to an enemy and just slash them. But it doesn't work on boss fights.
Scumbags.
So it's not fun on boss fights, but especially the big ones afterwards. Like I was saying, the fucking master one, the 4 pillars, his head falls down, but doesn't give you enough time to get around his head, part loads of bombs, and by the time you got there, done it on one phase and heads back up, you got to kill all the 4 pillars again. For fuck's sake. So you're doing that loads of times. But yeah, really enjoying that one. Good fun. Good little title.
You've got to wait to get to a certain ice level. Once you get to an ice level after the boss, you're in for a fucking treat.
Which I know. I think I'm to the 4th one. So I did one where I think it was like a TVs had to go up to another level, plant bombs with cameras, and then might just kill that boss. So I think I'm like, 4th level so far. And it's all voice acting as well, even though the voice acting's fucking dreadful. Because all squeaky voices, like they're all like one-man kids by the looks of it. But yes.
Cool. Happy days.
That's it.
Bomberman and Tales of Border. Good stuff. And then you've been playing about a million other games for...
I have been. So I won't go, because Dan will kill me if I stop talking about any more games. Even though he's played no games, he will beat me up. But I do want to give a special shout out to Trials Fusion because that is fun.
Trials Fusion is a great game.
One?
That was the last.
Again, another Games with Gold game. So I can go back to Games with Gold school time. But yes,
Trials Fusion Games with Gold that was an old game on the 360, wasn't it?
It was on the 360 as well, yeah. And then they brought it out on the Xbox One version. I think they're both platforms at the same time. But yeah, it was Games with Gold. Was it Games with Gold? Yeah, it was.
One of the Trials games was Games with Gold, but
Trials Fusion
could have
been.
been.
Because they did another one, didn't they? Blood Dragon.
Afterwards. That one, Trials Rising as well.
Yeah,
there's quite a few they knocked out.
Special shout out to Trials Fusion that I played because that was good fun. And
Trials Fusion is a great game. I think probably the weaker one of the Trials series, but still a good game.
What was the good one then?
I preferred. What was the latest one? Trials Rising, you said, wasn't it?
Or Blood Dragon?
No, I don't really like
Rising was one of the games. I can't think in which order they were.
There was Trials HD, Trials Evolution.
HD
Fusion,
was the first one, yes.
And then
Evolution, Fusion, Rising, Blood Dragon.
Yeah, but Trials. All the Trials games are very good. So
Rising was the one that came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah, which I have. I bought it on the Switch. Pretty good, but much better on Xbox. Definitely much better on Xbox.
Yeah, because Fusion came out like fucking 2014, I think it was.
Yeah. Fucking rock hard then, some of them levels. Cool. Daniel.
Yes.
Daniel.
Should we talk a bit more Halo before we get into the end of the...
Do you know what? I think we need to. Just a bit. Just a
little
sprinkle. Sprinkle of Halo.
So
it's the only game Dan's played, probably.
Do you want me to do the backing voice for it? You keep talking.
Don't ruin that.
Okay.
War. I need a weapon. What's he saying? What if you miss? I won't. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Anyway, yeah, Halo's fucking brilliant, isn't it? The
It is.
multiplayer. So good.
looks smart. I love. You can see it's totally geared up for just microtransactions to high heaven.
Yeah.
But game wise, it's smooth. It's good. No one talks on it, which is annoying at times when you're.
I've had one person talk in the party, in the team, and it was a French guy.
I bet
and
that
he was waffling on, and one of the other guys was like, "Are you speaking French?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I muted my mic," and he muted it, and that was it. He didn't say anything else the rest of the game. He couldn't speak English. He just wasn't speaking English. And then the other guy didn't say anything else either. So
Love that. One guy speaks up. It's like, are you speaking? No. Okay, bye. That's it. Nothing else.
I'm out.
It does seem to be a lot of, a lack of team play though. I'm finding so far. Granted, I've only been playing in the quick match, so like not the rank stuff. But when you come to like objectives, or when you come to even just Slayer, everybody just sort of scatters rather than sticking together.
Yes, I've noticed
only in the last, I played a couple of games earlier on, and even then, I was trying to stick with one guy, and we sort of eventually formed a team. But yeah, everybody seems to just free for all it, and then get killed a lot.
It's that Call of Duty mentality, isn't it? That everyone's kind of running around, not doing. So not playing together. I played with a friend on.
Surprise.
All right, chill out. On Saturday, and we played Capture the Flag, and as you say, literally everyone just like vanishes, and I'm like, shit, where's everyone gone?
Thanks for the invite, Dan.
Sorry.
Yeah, cheers, Dan. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, thanks.
Was Saturday night? When did I play with you? Friday. You went online. Start showing yourself online, people.
I am online. It was Friday night. No, last night. No, Friday night.
Yeah,
Friday night
we were out last night for playing for video games, but
so sticking together, as you say, sticking together is just definitely the way forward. Especially with me, I'm shite, so I can at least soak up some of their bullets while my teammate can like knock them down.
Yeah. So I was finding, I put a tweet out about it. So again, Capture the Flag, something like that. I was playing with the three people. I had the flag. I was running back. I dropped it. All three of them ran towards it, but they just stood around it, didn't try and pick it up and let the enemy return it, because they were just trying to focus on killing them, and they weren't doing a very good job of it. So they just let him return it, and then they just let him. I literally watched it as from the death cam because I was dead for most of it. The enemy grabbed the flag, jumped down, ran straight past everybody, straight up to their one, just over and over again, 3 times straight in a row. No competition at all, because the other guys were trying to kill him and they were doing a fucking terrible job of it. And the same thing with like, Oddball or what's it called? Strongholds, is it?
Which
You've
one's
got
that?
to capture the area.
I haven't played that one yet.
How many players is it per team on them ones?
So you can do 4v4 or the big team battle, which I think is 12v12.
Yeah, okay.
So there's nothing in between.
So we do need to get 4 competent people.
Yeah, at least.
So it's just us 4 minus Dan.
Well,
yeah, I'm still not there yet either.
That could be good fodder for us.
Listen, you send me out, I will I'll soak up the bullet. Like I said, you'll be able to spot.
I mean, it'd be good to say we could send Dan, but he won't tell us where the people he got shot from. He won't have no idea.
To my left. No, that's
Which
he's over there. He's over there. Cheers, mate. Yeah, thanks.
The
amount of times I said that in Apex. He's over there. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, we are.
I can see him. Why can't you?
There is a ping system in Halo, but it's up on the D-pad, which is a bit awkward to use. I find I don't use it at all, really.
You changed your controllers ways, so it's like ping if you normally used to ping.
Yeah, I think there's an option too. You can remap your buttons. Obviously, if you've got the controller, you can remap it. I need to sit down and watch a video. And
because I remap mine always when I play Call of Duty to Halo 2 Call of Duty ones where it's bump and gun, I think it is.
I found it annoying having the melee on the right thumbstick. Yeah, is I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. I feel it would be better with the back pedals.
I see. I'm used to them.
Like them back pedals, perhaps.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, baby!
Look at it, beautiful.
So when you posted the picture of your controller, I almost literally there and then bought the controller, and I stopped myself.
When I borrowed special guest
You
peak,
stop yourself. You missed.
Elite version 2. I wasn't a big fan of it because it didn't feel quite right.
Yeah.
This, I love it. I can't put it down.
You realise it's the
Is
same
it
one,
version
eh?
2? Is it or is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. It's Elite version 2. So the only thing it's missing is the share button for the series consoles, which is a little bit annoying.
But you can map that to a button.
You can map it to a button. You can set it so that you've got one of the back paddles is like a shift button. So you can have 3 buttons doing something, hold
Yeah.
down the shift button, and then you get 3 buttons doing something else. So
Yeah.
effectively you've got
I
6
must
options.
admit, like when we were playing Battlefield the other night, I had the trigger set to pretty much mouse click, so like the very lowest lock where you're
Yeah.
not even
Yeah.
like pulling it, it's just like touching it and it's clicking. What a difference that makes!
Oh,
Like-
totally.
Because you don't have to worry about being as good with mouse and keyboard with the movement, but you've still got the mouse responsiveness. So you come around the corner, click, done, you're firing. It's amazing.
I must admit, I must get used to remembering to flick those buttons up to make it a hair trigger because
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. I'm like, why can't I? Oh, yes, I can do that. Yeah.
You can. There's also obviously with the app you can like sort out your dead zone on your controller as
Yeah.
well. So I think I did that right at the beginning. I'll try and find the video that gives you a kind of this is the best kind of settings for FPSs.
Yeah.
I still
I'm
really
sure.
want to get it, but I've got like 10 controllers already. This is a kill me
Yeah,
if I've got
I mean,
another one.
I've been using that Nacon wired Elite version basically, but for when I've been traveling and that, and it's really good. But I picked this. I don't want to use it now. This is so much better. Honestly,
Oh.
the feel of it, the responsiveness of the sticks and the buttons and stuff, it's just fucking brilliant. But I'm not traveling. I'm not taking this to Kettering. Fuck that.
It's interesting that they haven't put the share button on that, even though it's the new.
Yeah, that was the only thing. The button that's in the place where the share button would be is what you use to flick between the profiles, isn't it?
Yeah, and the thing is,
Ah,
it's,
okay,
still,
yeah.
it's still based on a V2. It's not like it's a
Yeah.
V2.5 because it's came out with the Series X stuff.
Yeah, that's the
Can
only
you not
niggle I would
change that
say.
middle button to be the
No.
share button instead?
No, that
It's
is
your
your profile
profiles.
button. Yeah,
Oh, of course you said.
Um,
Yeah, you did say that.
yeah.
Apologies.
yeah.
But the case it comes in is a nice little Halo themed one. Obviously, the Elite 2 has got a rechargeable battery built in. So you just pop it in the case. You can plug your case in, it charges it for you. Got nice little magnetic charging bits on the back.
Do you have the magnetic charging bit that comes with it as well?
Yeah.
I might
and
buy
it's
it.
just it's
You can
fucking
get it in
honestly,
game.
it's fucking it's expensive. It was 180 quid, but it's fucking brilliant. And she'll fucking kill me for this, but I wound my wife up as well. I said to her, you probably can't see you on the camera, but it's like the controls all scuffed up and stuff, where
Yeah.
it's like Master Chief's armor where he's been in battle. And I said to her, I was like, fucking paint's coming off already. Look at it. And the way she reacted, I thought she knew I was taking the piss. All day this went on until I got right to the very end of the day. And I was like, you do know I'm joking, right? She said, you're fucking, I thought you would spend 180 pounds on it. It's fucking falling apart. It was funny, but it does look like it's coming up. It's all around the buttons and that, so it does look like where the natural wear would be.
Wear and tear.
But I've only used it for like 10 minutes. But yeah, no, very good controller. And Halo, obviously, as you said already, fucking brilliant. Best game since Halo 2, definitely multiplayer wise. I think that we should get another big team battle like we did in the technical preview going on. Try and get some other rest of the team in.
Yep, I'll be game for that.
I'm-
Play on some more of the maps.
I'm free tomorrow after 9 o'clock. So if you want to play,
I'll be on.
It's very Pacific time. But okay.
yeah, I've got football at 8.
That'll be why then.
I think
And then he won't show up at 9 because he'll be like, I'm so tired after football.
I'm so tired. Oh, my legs really hurt because I've got to play my controller in my hands, but my legs really hurt.
Yeah.
You're such a penis. You're such a penis.
I'm so
but yeah,
tired.
I look forward to hearing more verdicts next week. I won't waffle on too much more.
Thing is, you
because,
claim that we're the penis, Dan. You're the one that's made the rod for your own back.
Real friends would support
Anyway,
their friend.
talking about supporting, I'm going to do you solid and move on to my other game, Daniel.
Go on.
Space Moth Lunar Edition. So, real quick and simple, this one. It's a bullet hell shooter, much like the old arcade style ones, and it's fucking brilliant. It's just as simple as there's one mode, which is play, basically. There's a practice mode where you can practice levels you've beaten already, or that you're up to, I should say. And it's just fucking fills the screen with bullets. It's got enemies all over the place, and you just got to try and survive to the end. I think it's 5 levels. I've only beaten the first 2, and I got right to the end of the 3rd one. And I run out of continues. There's no way to sometimes you get these games where they offer unlimited continues or extra lives or something just to try and help you get further. There's nothing like that here. It's just you start. I think you get 3 lives and 3 continues. So 3 lives per continues.
Proper old school.
Yeah, but 1 hit and you lose a life. There's 2
That
fire
keeps
modes.
giving me a fucking fit just watching the trailer.
It's hectic.
Holy shit!
Fucking shit. You got 2 different ships, both slightly different fire modes and speed and stuff like that. But they're pretty much the same depending on your play style, really. And yeah, you got your rapid shot, which is a widespread shot, which is weaker, or you got your laser, which is more powerful but more focused, like direct in front of you. But if you use your rapid shot, it drains the enemy's soul, as they put in the game. So they change from a colorful frog, for example, to like a black and white version. At this point, their bullets get more powerful when they fire out a lot more of them. But then if you use your laser shot to kill them while they're in that mode, you get more bonus points. And it's just about trying to rack up points, old school style, trying to top the leaderboard. There's no online leaderboards, which is a shame. So you're just competing against yourself, really. And then when you die, obviously your score resets. And it's just fucking hard. It's hard, but it's a lot of fun. I love.
Is it better than the other one you played, the Bullet Hell one?
I've played quite a lot, but
the one you mentioned
just recently.
The last
one you
one
played
was the last one was Star Hunter DX, which was by the same company actually. This Space Moth was their original game, the very first one they released in 2016, and so now they've re-released it with upscuff graphics and new enemy patterns and stuff. I would probably, just off the top of my head, I probably would say I prefer Star Hunter, but they're both really good. They're both slightly different in terms of like the mechanics in there. I really like the way, as I said, the soul drain mechanic worked in this. And then you got obviously screen clearing bombs, and it's just really good, really very much enjoyed, as I would say. So
awesome,
go check that out. I think it's only a couple of quid as well in the store. So if you just fancy a nice, short, simple arcade game to get into, you can't go far wrong with this one. I don't think you'll be getting many achievements, and it's fucking rock hard.
Oh, you dabbed my ability.
I don't know if you missed the bit where I said you can't increase your lives or continues, but it's.
Oh yeah, maybe not.
You get what you get basically. There's nothing else to it, but what you get is very good. So, yeah, highly recommended. Go check it out. Space Moth. Right, so we've got a few reviews on the site by the good folks at xboxtavern.com, including one from Daniel. Reminiscence in the Night, a Ratter-like a story visual novel / point and click game.
Yes, Forget Me Not. It's they've mismatched 2 kind of genres together, the visual novel and point and click. It was a nice change from Ratter-like-a instead of doing their boring visual novels. It was okay. Got a bit samey. Click the book, click the bedroom, click the mirror, click the guitar, and it felt like your story choices didn't affect the story. You'd either kind of go through and find out what happened, or it would just stop and just be like, well, that not having kind of different endings, just
no diverging paths type thing.
Yeah, that's the word I should have used. It just kind of like stops it dead and you're finished. I'm just like, that's a bit wank.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
cool.
It was okay. If you like achievements, Ian,
yeah, Chivos. Look at him, fucking perks. Right, I wouldn't say that word.
There'll be a video out when I can be bothered to edit it.
Achievements.
Yeah. I did an achievement video, so that'll be out at some point as well.
Nice. Okay. So Graham put his review up of My Singing Monsters Playground. Give it a 7.4. As you said last week, decent multiplayer party game type thing. Play with the kids and that.
That was good.
Our man Carlos reviewed Jurassic World Evolution 2. Give it a 9.1. Supposedly very good. If you're into that sort of thing, go check it out. And there's plenty more reviews and stuff on the site. Actually, our man AJ did Unpacking review. I know Ian, you were keen on playing that one. I've been really enjoying that last couple of days.
I played it as well. My long list of games I put on, which you took down. My missus got very angry at me playing that game.
Were you putting it in the wrong place?
Yeah, I was putting things everywhere. I was like, that doesn't go there. But like, no, computer lets me put it there. I haven't been told off yet. So obviously, you got to put everything out first, haven't you? Then you get told off of where things are wrong.
Yeah,
But
I didn't
some
realize
things
it
are
was,
like really bad.
I didn't realize it would come up at the end saying this doesn't go there. I thought you could just put it wherever you want as long as you got everything out. You can put it wherever you want. But I was
That's what I
playing
was
it
doing.
today and playing it with a kid, and she was fucking loving it. My youngest, I was playing it. She took over, got the mouse, was playing on the PC, and she was moving everything around, putting it all in the right place. And she ended up playing for about 2 hours. And I was like, "Can I have a go?" No. Okay. All right, you carry on
But
playing.
yeah, I got told off playing that because I did it really bad. So, but I did it. But yeah, I know it's one of those games where you can piss off the right people.
Really good game. So yeah, go check them reviews out and more on the site. So just before we head to new to Game Pass from our good man Scottish Gruff Ross, I want to tell you to go to insertcoinclothing.com. Get 20% off with Xbox Tavern 20. They've still got the Resident Evil stuff coming up, and they've got plenty of other awesome clothing.
They also have a massive Black Friday event on just now as well. 40%.
Ross, why would you have to say that to me? Because I haven't looked on there today.
Oh, 40%.
40%.
Have you seen the N7 stuff that's on sale?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm looking now. That Doom's hoodie, 20 quid.
The Jaeger one as well. The Jaeger for Rainbow Six Siege. It's got the wee 6 and then the German flag on the arm. Very nice.
I mean, I know it's from Eurogamer, but they've got a hoodie that says
That's so
Tavern
cool.
Time on it.
I seen it. I was like,
I saw that. I was like, Tavern. I'm a little more tempted by that.
Yeah.
Dan can
Pick one
finally
up.
afford that Resident Evil Village Parker that looks like a trash bag.
yeah,
I doubt that's there in the summer, but go check them out. Fucking great clothes. As we say every week, my wardrobe is powered by them pretty much.
Well, I
When
think
we're not-
I think after seeing this, my bank card's sitting like this.
Yeah.
Do it.
Please buy it. Please buy it.
You just throw money at the screen. Give me things.
Take it out the screen.
But no, some of the stuff they've got up just now is very nice,
Oh, their beanies are on sale. I mean, this
Oh.
is
including
the
this
yellow
Pac-Man
one, but
hoodie.
I don't have the black one yet. Oh dear. Oh dear. What have you done,
Jay
Ross?
wears more beanies than he wears underpants.
Sometimes I wear my beanies as underpants.
Oh, he certainly changes his beanies more often, at least.
So go check them out. InsertCodeClothing.com. Xbox Tavern 20. Get 20% off, and it might even work on some of the stuff we've been talking about. Go check it out. So, Ross, what's new to Game Pass?
So, I had to double check this one because I thought I had maybe just put it in as a typo, and when I was typing it, I had actually hit the button too many times. But no, November 23rd on cloud, console, and PC, we have Deer Simulator with that many E's in it. Mortal
That
Shell.
looks mental.
It does look mental, yeah. I kind of looking at it and I'm like, I don't quite know how to describe it. I was like, it kind of gave me, what was that one? Oh, fuck, what was the name of it? The Untitled something.
Untitled Darkness.
No,
Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah, just the looks of it
Untitled
gave me
Goose
that.
yeah,
Um,
and Deer Simulator as well. isn't
yeah,
That's
it
kinda
just fucking looks nuts. So there was that one.
Oh, Goat Simulator, you mean?
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, sorry.
So there was that one. Mortal Shell, cloud, console, and PC as well. And then on the 30th, we've got Evil Genius 2, and again, cloud, console, and PC.
Nice. I was listening, but I'm still looking into that coin. No, I'm going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
I've got to turn it off. Turn it off. Nice. Yes, there's some decent games coming in. Ian,
Hi.
you break our heart though, but what's leaving?
Hopefully this list is up to date.
It is because I put it on there already one for you.
Thank you very much. And I've lost my pace.
No.
There it goes. Games leaving are Hello Neighbor, Mork Red, Football Manager 2021, the old version, PC and Xbox, VA11, Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartender Action, Call of the Sea, and Haven.
Nice. So definitely go check out Haven and Morkred. They're good puzzle games. But Dan, you're quite a fan of Call of the Sea, weren't you?
Yeah, very good. Very lovely aesthetics. Puzzle game, very good. A bit sad that it's leaving Game Pass because it's definitely worth a title to play.
Yeah, another one of those
Well, we've
ones
got
that I've always been meaning
month.
to get to. Never
Yeah, I
fucking
think-
got to it.
I think this next week I'll probably play Hello Neighbor and Call of the Sea.
Hello Neighbours
Yeah.
just
Call of
fucking
Sea, I
weird.
believe, is a short one. Hello Neighbor, don't touch it with a barge pole.
I've already started it. I'm up to 3 already. So I want to finish that off.
Definitely try Haven as well if you haven't, because it's really good. Really good.
Haven. How long? What's that about? Didn't mind me asking if you've got time.
It's like a co-op adventure. Well, I think you can play it in co-op, but I played it solo. 2 people. They've run away from home. It's all like mystical and futuristic, and you just hover around these islands, rescuing animals and clearing up this muck that's everywhere. But
It's a couch co-op, or
I think so, yeah. But it's all about their relationships. It's quite story focused. It's probably I'd say maybe 6 to 9 hours to play through. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fucking brilliant.
I might check it out.
Yeah, definitely. And then Gray, any of these you're going to check out before it leaves?
I've actually been playing a little bit of Haven, but probably not too much of the others.
Yeah. Fair enough. And Ross, you say you're going to check out something?
I've played Hello Neighbor. I might have a look at Haven because I have seen that before, and Call of the Sea as well.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try and play Call of the Sea before it leaves. But
Good.
yeah, nice. Okay. And Graham,
Yes.
things coming to gold. If you haven't
Yes.
got Game Pass, what can they expect this month?
They have moving out from November 1st to 30th. Kingdom 2 Crowns, which is now available from November the 16th to December the 15th. And Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes available from November 16th to the 30th.
Nice. So a couple of decent games there, and Kingdom 2 Crowns. Cool. Fucking hated that game when I played it, honestly. I'm sure people love it, but I could not get into it at all. But if you want to check it out for yourself, Games of Gold, go check it out, download it. Right. Anything else, gentlemen, before we wrap up in this extended edition of the Xbox Tavern podcast?
This is the longest one we've had in a while. Usually the last
It is,
2
yeah.
weeks has been like 1.5 hours. This one's
We've been flying for it, but this week we've got to talk about that Halo, haven't we?
gotta get that Halo.
Should we mention about Christmas or not?
No.
I mean, Christmas is coming, but not soon enough
No.
to be over and done with. Right. Thank you very much for listening. If you made this far, you're our fucking hero, and we love you. We're going to drop you some slow tie plug-aliciouses now.
Oh,
So-
wow.
See, you keep putting them in now. I'll keep reading them out. For more Xbox Tavern content, please follow us on Twitter, as I said earlier on, at Xbox Tavern. You can go to youtube.com/Xbox Tavern Official to watch this very podcast and the various other videos that Daniel and the rest of the team put up. You can go to XboxTavern.com for the written stuff. And in terms of personal, I've been Jamie, and I'm at EnexAn on Twitter. And you can also follow Graham,
And Green Reaper.
Ross,
Chaotic8389.
Ian,
Nutty WRAY.
and Amandan.
Chocolate Bear 80.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and we'll speak to you again next Sunday, 8 p.m.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.